So this is my dog Louie, and I first got him when we were in college with a boyfriend of mine, and we found him on Craigslist, and I was so in love with him. I just thought he was the cutest little thing.
We had a dog named Lola. Her brother belonged to Emily, Liza's older sister. Emily was going back to school, and I was worried about Lola being alone. So lo and behold, a news story comes on about a hoarding situation in Lunenburg, Virginia. They had about 100 dogs in a pen outside. They were in very good shape physically. Socially, not so good. So Liza contacted the SPCA person, and we saw a picture of Bullet, who we now call Jack, and the picture was absolutely adorable. So we asked if we could meet Jack at PetSmart, just our family. So we went to PetSmart one night and met Jack, and he was just jumping all over the place, like straight up. He was like a ferret. And I was a bit concerned because I thought he was pretty ugly, and I'm a little bit of a dog snob in terms of their looks. So the SPCA, with a lot of these Lunenburg dogs, were going to be at PetSmart the next day. It was a Saturday. In the meantime, Emily and Liza had looked up some other Lunenburg dogs. And so when we went in, Emily gravitated to one of them by the name of Carson. And I thought he was beautiful. He looks literally like a miniature yellow lab. He was curled up and would not move, didn't do anything, just almost catatonic. I was very worried about him. So as time went on, I'm looking at Carson with Emily, I'm looking at Jack. The woman from SPCA is concerned about some other adoptees who are interested in him. So I looked at my husband and I said, what about getting both? They're small, like we can handle it. So at the end of about, I don't even know how long, an hour or two, I finally just said, we're gonna get both of them. And right after I said it, I was like, oh my God. Everybody was like, oh my gosh. But the woman from the SPCA was so incredibly grateful that we were taking this one especially. So that is the story of getting Bullet and Carson, who is under the ottoman, who we now call Jack and Charlie. I like to refer to Charlie as Charlie. And when we first got them, we did not try to pick them up and hold them. We let them come to us because we knew socially they had had no interaction. Finally, they would start approaching us. Jack will now get into our laps like he is now. He loves that. He does not like my son, Liza's brother, CJ. He's still pretty scared of him. Charlie is very quirky. As I said before, he's under the ottoman. He will not come out because he knows something is up, whatever that may be. He will not come on to my lap. He will put a paw on my leg. He'll put a paw here when we're on the couch. But at night, all the dogs sleep with my husband and I. And Charlie gets as close as possible. Sometimes with his head on my pillow, always with his back right against me. Jack as well. Sometimes he sleeps on top of the covers. Sometimes he goes under. I will say that we love them dearly. We all do. They bark a lot. They're scared of a lot of people. Our neighbors hate us. And the whole reason we got them was for Lola. She could absolutely care less if they were here or not. But we feel great that we adopted them. I wish we could get many more. And I would in a heartbeat if it were allowed. But right now, with Emily being home, we actually have 4 dogs. So we can't get any more. But I love them to death. I wouldn't have done it any differently. I'm so glad we have both of them. But they are very quirky and scared of people still.
God, it was the worst day of my life. We got there, we first looked at Jack.
So ugly.
Kind of an ugly looking thing, but he's kind of grew on us. And then my oldest daughter, Emily, had this poor pitiful thing sit in her lap, which we wound up calling Charlie. And we thought he was just so introverted and just shy and just didn't like to be touched or anything. And you know, I figured we were going to just go with Jack, and I was wandering around the store, and the next thing you know, my wife comes up to me and goes, I think we're going to get both of them. That was just really not the right answer I was looking for. But, you know, it took Charlie a while to adjust to us. And now it's taken us a while to adjust to him because he's just a whirling dervish. Jack thinks he's a cat, just likes to get on your lap, and he doesn't purr or anything, but he walks across furniture and he acts more like a cat than a dog. Charlie's great to play ball with. He actually brings it back. I don't know how he learned how to do that, but the other dogs in our house will just pick it up and drop it and look at you, and once you come get it, Charlie actually brings it back to you. So it was a good decision that we finally made. Sometimes I regret it, particularly at night when they take over the bed. But for the most part, they're a lot of fun. Under stressful times, they're nice to have beside you and petting and stuff like that. Charlie can be demanding at times, wanting all the attention, kind of like my youngest daughter. But the other dogs still get the loving that they deserve too.